Namaskar. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Delhi. The local time is 6 minutes after 3 in the afternoon and the outside temperature is 20 degrees Celsius.
So, my name is Dinesh. You can call me Dini. That's my short name. Let me start with the time first. It's almost 4:34 in my watch. Alright, so we're driving to the hotel and it takes about 30-35 minutes. So let me begin with the Indian greeting, which is Namaste. We fold our hands and we say N-A-M-S-T-E, Namaste. Namaste. So Namaste is for good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, goodbye, for everything. So it's a common greeting, but in India we have had the English influence for a very long time. The Britishers were ruling India. So we all say good morning, good evening, thank you, goodbye. Now for your brushing your teeth and rinsing your mouth, your tap water is perfectly fine. It's a 5-star hotel. All the hotels, you can brush your teeth. Especially after the attack in Mumbai, in 2008, there was an attack in Mumbai. So all Taj hotels and all hotels now, we go there. Come to this part of the city, particularly Old Delhi, it does not matter how wide the bus is, it matters how thick the paint is. So it doesn't matter how wide the bus is, it matters how thick the paint is outside the bus. So no offense if there's a scratch. This is the Indian way. People don't argue. Seriously, you would find very few accidents in India. Very few accidents. And if at all you hit somebody, so no offense, maybe a little argument and that's it. People are not very serious about it. So Old Delhi, where we are right now, this is the wholesale market. You might see there are small shops selling firecrackers, paper rim and all kind of stuff. 1 or 2 customers a day and they have done for the day. They are happy. They don't need bulk customers. And then they are transported in a little rickshaw like this. You see in the front. You see, there is a big load of rims of cardboard and paper going in the front. A gentleman carrying a refrigerator. So, they do wholesale business here. Very few people do retail. Most of them are wholesale dealers. The residents on the top, the shops down below, and look at the wiring on all sides. These houses were not made for having electricity. So that is why all the telephone cable, the television cable, electricity cable, they are jumbled up. You see on both the sides. Unfortunately, there is no fire in this area. So you can see the steps here. Ladies and gentlemen, we will get down from the bus. So right now we are inside the largest mosque of Asia, not only India. And this mosque is called Jama Masjid Mosque. 1656, the Mughal king, who was the fifth Mughal king who built the Taj Mahal, he built the mosque. Now what was happening was, Agra was the capital city, which is about 125 miles from Delhi towards the southeast. And there was a lot of invasion, the land route from Khyber Pass. Have you heard about Khyber Pass? Afghanistan, Khyber Pass, and Pakistan, Punjab, and then they would come to Delhi. So Delhi, what they did, they made a fort, a defense fort, and that is how this city got the name Delhi. The word in Hindi, Delhi means threshold. You know the threshold like you have in a door? So this was to stop the enemy who were invading Agra. So that is how we call this city as Delhi. So later on from Delhi's it became Delhi. So when he sent a large army, including his general, he wanted the people to come and pray because religion is very important. So he got this mosque constructed in the 17th century and it became one of the largest mosques. It can accommodate 25,000 people in one single prayer meeting. So today is a Friday, the prayer meetings will be a little longer. So they will close around 11 o'clock. These lines which they have drawn are to keep equal distance. There are white lines and only few blue lines. People who have mourning in the family, the sad news, they will come and sit in the blue lines so that people can come and pay their condolences to them. Rest of the people will be in the white line. So during summers it's very hot, in winter it's cold, they put this kind of a mat. The royal priest will sit, you can see the dice, can you all see the dice there? A marble dice, just below the arch, right? And there's another dice right here, red sandstone, for the vice priest and for the main priest. The bloodline is still continuing, right from the time of the Mughals. So from the 16th century till date, it is the same bloodline who are the royal priests who are known as Imam. So they constructed 3 gates. This is the northern gate from where we enter. That is the southern gate, and this is the eastern gate. Eastern gate was never opened for public. It was only for the royal family, if at all, they came to the mosque. And they had these 2 gates because the entire population, the Muslim population, is living outside. So they could bring the people from both the gates, and one end is not crowded. They have made 3 domes. This is how you identify a mosque. Always a Muslim mosque will have 3 onion-shaped domes, like an onion, you see? They put a brass pinnacle on the top. There are certain places, like a bedroom or a burial of a big saint, that will have only 1 dome, okay? Not 3. So 3 domes is always a mosque. Then they had these towers, which we call as minar or the minarets. In those days, there were no loudspeakers. So there are 5 prayers for the Muslim in one day. So the priest used to go up and he used to give the call. They don't do it anymore because now they have loudspeakers. So electricity is there, they're using the modern technology. They have inlaid the white marble with black onyx. You see those black lines in the dome? That's black onyx. And right above these arches, there is a panel there. You see the calligraphy on the panel? That calligraphy is the chapter of Quran. And inside, they have kept some books, those are the Holy Qurans. So even in those days, when people would come to the mosque, they would first wash their hand and face in the fountain. So this is the original fountain from the 17th century. They still do this. Now in most of the religion, including Hindu and Muslim, this is a Muslim religious site. But in the Hindu, they feed the pigeon. See, they are feeding the pigeon for religious merit.
यही काम है ना, आज तो यही चलेगी।
Chandni Chowk. Chandni Chowk was Sikh temple.
younger. They don't have the gray hair. The meat market on your right hand side, you can see the goat, chicken, live chicken, the buffalo meat.
Buffalo.
So this is for Old Delhi. Okay? We have nice farms also. This is one part of the life. Not everybody buys from here. And on the left hand side, you can see this brown color fruit. These are dates. These dates come from Afghanistan. So you see a lot of dates being sold here. And extra protein, the flies come free. You don't pay for the flies. The ladies who are wearing the black dress, they are Muslim ladies wearing a burqa. It's called burqa. So the men with the beard and the cap, they are all Muslim men. This area, 90% are Muslim in this area, because here you have the mosque.
Oh, look at the goats over there. I can see. Look at all the livestock. A lot of livestock.
Yes.
For food?
So people come and choose the chicken and then they dress it. It's live chicken. Not many people used to have refrigerators. Now a lot of people have at home. So in India, if you wanted to buy meat or chicken or fish, you would buy fresh, go home, cook and eat it. There was no refrigerator. And now in Hindu religion or Hindu family, when a person dies, the women don't go to the cremation ground. They stay at home. But if a woman will die, she will also be cremated with the same respect. Okay, in the same way. So what they do is they make the pyre of wood, they put the body in between, and then they lit the fire, and after 4 or 5 hours, once the ashes cool down, they take the ashes and put it in the river. So the river in Delhi is Yamuna, which is now half a mile away. It's not right here. So this spot was chosen because he was a big leader. And then they made a memorial which is against the Hindu religion. In Hindu religion, we don't have any reserved spot or a memorial. Once you cremate the body, you clear the area, and the next body is ready to be cremated. No reserved spot. You will see this in Varanasi. We'll show you cremations, how actually people do. And since he was a national leader, so they made a black granite dice. Okay, there are no remains there. So they took all his ashes, and all his ashes were scattered in the Himalayan mountain, in the Indian Ocean, Arabian Sea, Bay of Bengal, and in the Ganges, because he was a big leader. Otherwise, there is no monument as such. So they landscaped. It's a huge area. You'll see they have landscaped the area. So we'll walk up there, right? We'll go through the ramp, and then we'll take a picture, and we all will come back. So this is the exact spot where he was cremated, where you see the black granite and the flowers. So this is where his body was brought, and this was done by his eldest son, because only the male member do the cremation. So they later on decorated what you see called decoration. There is no relic, no remains.
So this is the site.
This is the site, exact spot. Season, it's seasonal. Marigold is throughout the year.
About an hour away. So people by the shoe. I might be sorry I didn't use mess.
disrespect for the bus drivers. Good grief.
He weds this horse for one day to the groom.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So the building you see right in the front is a tomb of the second Mughal emperor, and that is how you spell it, Humayun. It is from the 16th century. Now he was the son of the first Mughal king who invaded India in 1526. So they had these gardens, all 4 square gardens, 1, 2, 3, 4. You go on the left, you go on the right, you go on the rear, and they have a stream and the fountain. So it was called the Garden of Paradise. She wanted all the Mughal women and men to be buried here. So she made 100 graves. Can you see those arches, the niches, and the small door? Those are all graves. But only 7 of them are occupied. 93 are empty because they did not know the future and the destiny. And after 1857, we don't have any trace of these Mughal kings. So what you see, which is 42 meters, the height of this building, and white dome on the top. Where you see the brass binnacle, it used to be pure gold. The gold is gone to Tower of London.
And no oxygen. No, wouldn't do it. Okay. 1,
जिलू जिलू इधर आओ
This particular temple is called Bangla Sahib. The word Bangla means a house. So this was a house of a rich Indian king, and he donated this house to this teacher who had healing power. And there is a natural spring. You will see there's a lake inside. People go and take a dip, and there are a lot of fishes. Now, in Indian Hindu temple and all other Sikh temple, when people come to worship the god, they bring some kind of offering which is edible, like fruits, sweets. Here they make a sweet thing of semolina. You know semolina? So they mix the clarified butter and sugar, and at the exit point, those people who are moving out, there will be a man who will be giving the offering to everybody. It's called the benediction.
Yes. We'll see you at
This one on the left is the oldest from India. It's called the Life Insurance Company of India. This is the headquarters of the Indian Post Office on the left hand side. So more government buildings. Coming on your right hand side is the Ministry of Railways. Railways is one of the largest network in the world. Second largest single employer in the world, Indian Railways. Indian Railways was started in 1855 in India by the Britishers. 1855. On your right, the Railway House. The Ministry of Agriculture to your left. So all these buildings were made after 1947. So we are driving past through the Presidential Palace, which is on the right hand side. We have the administrative block, and right on the top of the hill is the Presidential Palace. The Presidential Palace was built in 1931 for the Viceregal or the Viceroy. The first Viceregal was Lord Irwin. Lord Irwin was the first one, and the last was Lord Liu Mountbatten. And after that, it became residence of the President of India. As I told you, the President of India is appointed by the Member of Parliament, and he has an office for 5 years and he retires. He cannot fight election. So on your right hand side, right on the top of the hill, that is the Presidential Palace, which is in 80 acres of land, 350 rooms, golf course, Mughal gardens. So here you see these magnificent buildings. This area was totally dry and there were rocks here. It was known as Rasena Hill. To your left hand side is the office of the Prime Minister, President, and all the Foreign Office and the ministers. The circle, now we cannot get down here. You have to take the picture from the bus. We'll take 2 loops. We'll come back again. Right in the front, you have the Parliament House, the circular building. This Parliament House has got 2 chambers, and one chamber is known as the upper house, the other chamber is known as the lower house. जल्दी निकाल दो वो सामने ना बस खड़ी हुई है ये बोलेंगे साले हमें भी क्यों नहीं उतारा ले लो अंदर ले लो I think they are allowing the bus today so maybe we can get down. Okay, so you guys are lucky, you have done good karma, you know. So you are lucky. No, I'm serious because they don't allow due to security reason and they have allowed today. So this all depends on you. So I'm so blessed to be with good karma people today.
I want to see what
That's here by the professional on this. I think he knows where to stand. Right? Let's see. It's so foggy. Does your camera filter through?
So our neighboring countries are Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Pakistan and China. So it's only Pakistan from whom we have threat. Rest are all our friendly countries. So we don't have any threat from any other country. So the only problem which we face, whether it's a terrorist problem or whether it's the land dispute, it's with Pakistan. In 1947, the country was divided on the basis of religion, and it was a baseless division because we have 3 times more Muslims than the entire population of Pakistan. So the Britishers, just before leaving, on 14th of August, they declared Pakistan as a separate country, and 15th of August 1947, India was declared independent country. So here we have the government housing on your right hand side, the ministers, the deputy ministers and high-ranking Indian officials, and the government buildings all around, the offices, different ministry. We have 544 member of parliaments all over India. You know? And the size, the land size of India is 5 times smaller than United States. And you can imagine the population, 1.14 billion. So we have so much small land compared to the US. Right now, the Congress party is ruling. The Prime Minister is Mr. Manmohan Singh. Mrs. Sonia Gandhi, who is the widow of Rajiv Gandhi, daughter-in-law of Indira Gandhi. She is an Italian, but very much Indian now. She has lived almost all her life in India now. After her college, she came to India and she got married to Rajiv Gandhi. They both were studying in England, and ever since she has always stayed in India. So she speaks Hindi, she wears Indian dresses, and she is very much concerned about India and the people of India. So people of India have accepted her as the leader. So she is the president of the Congress party, not the president of India, president of the Congress party.
That's the real power.
The real power is with the Prime Minister. So to your right hand side is the India gate. We'll go inside and you can go out and take the picture. Now this gate was built after the First World War and the Afghan War. And it was constructed by the same architects, Sir Edwin Lutyens. And it was inaugurated by the Duke of Connaught. In fact, Duke of Connaught laid down the foundation stone of this gate. The total height of the gate is 42 meters. And all the names of the soldiers who died during the First World War and the Afghan War, their names are written on this gate. So the word Sthan means place, like Afghanistan, the place for Afghans, Pakistan, the place for Pak, the pure people, Hindustan, India, that means the place for Hindu. So the word Sthan means place. And the cities were established by the Hindu king are called Pur, P-U-R, Jaipur, Udaipur, right? Similarly, the cities established by the Muslim kings are Abad, Hyderabad, Islamabad, Muradabad. Abad means the abode.
They are both software engineers. No, both computer software engineers. And they are both software engineers.
No problem.
But hand knowledge now in Kashmir in 1947, where the king was not is done individually. Pakistan wanted Kashmir because it was a Muslim populated area. Are made back home in Kashmir. But then the government of India made an agreement with the king of Kashmir, who was a Hindu. It's a dying art. Give us this because state generation on lease. They are all texting. And released it to Indian government for 50 years because it said there is going to be a referendum months and years after the 50 years. And if the people in few years from now, Kashmir will go to Pakistan.
History of the carpet. What's the meaning of this design? Who created this carpet? What's the real significance behind the carpet? That's all. And the carpet here, a small size, made of a yacht pool. Please have a look. Look at the other side. Answer is here is goal thing, look to goal, and that's a long runner for a corridor. A long runner for a corridor. Come on, corridor.
So right now we are inside the complex, which is spelled as Q-U-T-A-B, Qutab Minar. We are talking 1189, 12th century AD. India was divided into small countries, like Delhi was a country, Agra was a country, Jaipur was a country, and they had all Hindu kings in those days. They wanted to show the people of Delhi that we have started the Muslim rule in India, and this is the significance of this tower. 72.5 meters. And it was completed in the span of 75 years. So this was not completed by one king. Hello.